Hi everyone. Have you ever wondered why are there so many packaging used in the market? Do you know the concept behind it? One of the important considerations in packaging is the permeability. Each type of packaging material has their own permeability value. Let's tell you more about it in this video. The topic that we are going to talk about in this video is permeability. So, what is permeability? Permeability is a property of porous materials that quantifies the relative ease with which a transporting substance can pass through the material. It's also the transfer of molecules from the product to the external environment or from the external environment to the product through package. Permeability is also the rate of permeation of water vapor, gases such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, ethylene, and also volatile compounds into or out of the package. There are two other terminologies which are sorption and migration. They are similar with permeability, but they have a whole different meaning. Sorption is the movement of molecules contained by the food product into the package without passing through the package. Meanwhile, migration is the movement of molecules originally contained by the package into the product. On the other hand, permeability is the movement of molecules into or out of the package. The mass transfer of flavor compounds depend on a few factors, which are material property, concentration gradient, thickness of packaging material, surface area, and other properties of the packaging material. Different packaging material has different permeability and also different pore sizes. For example, material with high permeability value will result in a higher mass transfer of flavor compounds, while material with larger pore sizes will result in a higher mass transfer of flavor compound as well. The concentration gradient of the flavor compounds between the food and the environment will also affect the mass transfer. The larger the difference between the concentration gradient, the higher the mass of flavor compounds will be transferred through the packaging. The mass transfer of flavor compounds is also affected by the surface area of the packaging film exposed to the environment. For example, the larger surface area exposed, there will be more ways for the flavor compounds to pass through, hence, it results in a higher mass transfer. Geometric property of packaging materials such as thickness, size, and shape will affect the mass transfer of flavor compound as well. For example, a thick material will have a lower mass transfer. Other properties such as temperature, additive, relative humidity, and crystallinity will also have an impact on the mass transfer of flavor compounds through the packaging.
Now you know what are the factors that cause the mass transfer of flavor compounds through packaging. Let us tell you more about why food packaging is important. The principal roles of food packaging are to protect food product from outside influences and damages, to contain the food, and to provide consumers with ingredient and nutritional information. Food packaging provides protection from three major classes of external influences, which is chemical, biological, and physical. Chemical protection minimizes compositional changes triggered by environmental influences, such as exposure to gases, typically oxygen, moisture gain or loss, and light. Biological protection provides a barrier to microorganisms such as pathogen and spoilage agent, insects, rodents, and other animals, thereby preventing disease and spoilage. Physical protection protects food from mechanical damage and includes cushioning against the shock and vibration encountered during distribution. For containment, food packaging also hold the contents of food and keep them secure until they are used. For information, food packaging also provides information to the consumer. For example, package labeling satisfies legal requirements for product identification, nutritional value, ingredient declaration, net weight, and manufacturer information. Our focus in this assignment is polypropylene PP as a food packaging material. So, what is polypropylene PP? Polypropylene is also known as polypropylene. PP is a thermoplastic polymer belongs to the group of polyolefins. Polypropylene is a downstream petrochemical product that is derived from the olefin monomer, which is propylene. The polymer is produced through a process of monomer connection called addition polymerization. In this process, heat, high energy radiation, and an initiator or a catalyst are added to combine monomers together. Thus, propylene molecules are polymerized into very long polymer molecules or chain. This is the molecular structure of polypropylene. What are the properties of polypropylene? PP is semi-rigid, translucent, a good chemical resistant, tough, a good fatigue resistant, integral hinge property, and a good heat resistant. PP does not present stress cracking problems and offer excellent electrical and chemical resistance at higher temperatures. Here is a helpful hint. An easy way to tell if something is made of polypropylene is to look for its resin identification code, which look like this. Well, the properties of polypropylene PP are similar to those of polyethylene PE, but there are specific differences between them. A polypropylene bag is a high clarity crystal clear bag which enhances the product's image. It provides a highly protective barrier against moisture and vapors. These poly bags delay evaporation and dehydration to preserve freshness and taste of packaged food. Polyethylene is flexible, durable, and tear resistant. These three characteristics are extremely important when you are putting heavy items in your polybags. Polypropylene has a lower density as compared to polyethylene. Therefore, it gives manufacturer the benefit of cost saving from the low weight. Polypropylene when compared to polyethylene have a higher softening point where PP does not melt below 160 degrees Celsius. Polyethylene, which is a more common plastic, will anneal at around 100 degrees Celsius. Polypropylene also have higher rigidity and hardness when compared to polyethylene. PP packaging can be easily found in convenience store. You might be wondering what are some of the examples of food with PP packaging. Food that are prepacked in microwavable containers are one of the examples of PP packaging. Yogurt tubs, margarine tubs, film bags containing confectionery, and coffee cup lids are the examples of food with PP packaging.
Polypropylene has been widely used in food packaging material. Do you know what are the importance of using polypropylene? First of all, polypropylene has a low density, therefore lighter weight packaging and lighter food product can be made. It's also low in cost, so food products can be sold at a more affordable prices to the consumer. Besides that, polypropylene has a good chemical resistance. This helps prevent transmission of chemical compound to the food. It also has a versatile temperature range, so food products that are made with polypropylene packaging are microwavable and can be stored in the freezer. Polypropylene is also durable due to its high tensile strength. The transparency properties of polypropylene also give an aesthetical and appealing appearance. Polypropylene is also recyclable, so it's environmental friendly.
The challenges of using polypropylene PP as food packaging are the high thermal expansion coefficient of PP, which limits its high temperature applications. PP is susceptible to UV degradation from sunlight. PP has poor resistance to chlorinated solvents and aromatic. The surface of polypropylene has poor bonding properties and hence it is difficult to paint. PP is highly flammable and polypropylene is susceptible to oxidation. The oxidative degradation is accelerated by contact with certain metals, such as copper.